Hey y'all, this is Ella Langley and you're watching 64 Sessions. Falling into blue, flying towards the sun, shadows crossing past the fly like feathers on a run. Falling into you, calling out your name, pulling all the broken strings. My heart is not a game, and I fall, I fly, I fear, I cry, and I sail, I swim, and I sink, I sigh, holding for the clouds to clear away. And I'm just one bird in a million, looking for a place to stay. We can go the same direction, but I can't see the way, but I keep flying. On this rainy day, now we're passing through what will yet remain. Winter blowing, shifting sands that never stay the same. Haven't got a clue, your lips left such a stain, remaining a reminder that there's no one left to blame. And I fall, I fly, I fear, I cry, and I sail, I swim, and I sink, I sigh, holding for the clouds clear away. I'm just one bird in a million, looking for a place to stay. We can go the same direction, but I can't see the way, so I keep flying. On this rainy day, a sunburned path across the sky left the shadows of your unforgiving eye. I'm further than you're ever gonna fly, holding for the clouds clear away. I'm just one bird in a million, looking for a place to stay. We can go the same direction, but I can't see the way, so I keep flying. On this rainy day, on this rainy day, on this rainy day.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 64 Sessions Studio, and I've got my new friend, Miss Ella Langley in. Hey Ella,
What's up?
thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So Ella, you are affiliated with 65 South,
Yes, ma'am.
correct? And before we get started, let me give a shout out to 65 South. They are the sponsor of this episode. So if you guys don't mind, head on over to 65southal.com. Check out all the merchandise he has. He's got cool hats, cool shirts, all kind of goodies to choose from. And Miss Ella, like we said, is affiliated with 65 South. How did you get hooked up with these guys?
So, I was an Auburn student, and my freshman year of college was my first year ever playing gigs or anything like that. So I went to the bar, Bourbon Street, which is down there, and I knew somebody was like, "You need to go talk to Ryan," which is the owner of Bourbon. And so I took my business card and I just slapped it down, and I was like, "This is who I am. Like, I would love to play here. Like, I'm a college student here. My sorority's been begging me to get a gig here." So I did. Then after that, I got a call from Lane, and he was like, he introduced himself, and he's like, I'm with 65 South, which is a whole bunch of guys, you know, playing music, and we support artists and book some shows for them, and we would love to work with you some. And he's like, we don't really have that many girls right now. We'd love to do that some more. And I was like, awesome. So I was on the way to a gig, and I remember like on my phone like looking at what 65 South was,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, so whatever, that's cool.
That's amazing. That's awesome. So you did that on your own? You just went up to
Yeah.
to a bar owner
Yeah,
and
I
said,
did.
"Hey, I'm Ella. Here's my."
I did.
Did you give him a CD?
No, I didn't. I was just like, here's my business card, here's my Facebook page, which I didn't, I mean, barely had anything on it at that point. But
Well, at least you had one. I don't have a website.
yeah, you know.
Well, that's great. That's I mean, I wish I had that kind of guts, because I was like, man, I'm always as a drummer, I'm depending on other people to book the gigs. I just show up, you know.
I wish.
So I don't know, like, I ask all the time, like, how do you even get your foot in the door? How do you get the conversation started? Because, yeah, he's right. I mean, I know they don't have a lot of girls on the roster, and you're a first. I've had girls in here, but they've been, like, part of a duo or something. You're the first solo female I've had in here. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's kind of a big deal. I
That's special.
don't know. So do you guys write as like a crew, as, you know what I mean? Like, do you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
get together as
Oh, yeah.
65 South and write songs?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
That's extremely helpful, huh?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, because, well, first off, we all are very comfortable with each other. I mean, we can be like, that sounded terrible, or that was awesome, or, you know,
Right.
just, you have free ability to speak your mind on a song or something, and just be able to do that with some of your best friends, and then all work in the same type of business, something special about it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Travel from town to town, there ain't never been nothing ever held me down. It's the only thing I know sticks around. Say that you'll understand, but my way of living ain't part of your plan. Sooner or later our love will be drowning in a sinking sand. Do I wait? Do I promise you, darling, I ain't the one, 'cause loving takes time. No, I ain't got none. It's not that I don't care, you don't matter. The lessons I've learned seem to be a pattern. If you stick with me, I'm bound to break your heart. Now that 1 year's passed, you finally get the picture that this won't last. It's hard to say goodbye to love we had. I remember that night under the Alabama moon and the neon light, how my heart should listen to my mind. Do I wait? Do I run? I promise you, darling, I ain't the one, 'cause loving takes time. Oh,
when you guys get together and write, I like to ask people about their process of songwriting. Like, can you describe, say you're by yourself, how do you go about writing a song by yourself?
It's never the same.
Oh, it's different every time?
Every single time. Like, I'll just be sitting there doing absolutely nothing, maybe watching TV, and I'm just like, oh, that was a good idea for a song. So I'll sit down, and maybe the chorus comes first, or a verse, or even a bridge, or maybe the melody comes first to me. And so I just pick up my guitar and start playing it and put some words to it. So it's never consistent. And that's,
Right.
I guess, most people I've talked to, it's never really consistent. It's just whatever comes out.
Right, so you kind of do the inspiration thing. Like, because I do know some people that sit down and write daily, like, as a routine.
Yeah, which is great.
That is awesome to have that kind of discipline. I can't do that, but...
I would love to be able to sit down every single day and, like, get out a song.
Yeah.
But for some reason, for me, if I sit down and intentionally I'm just like, I'm going to write a song right now, never will happen.
Yeah.
It has to just come to me.
Yeah, you make too big of a deal about it, and you get like a writer's block.
Oh,
going on.
100% every time.
I know. So you said your first gig, or you just started playing when you were a freshman?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just started playing guitar when you were a freshman?
No, Lord.
So you grew up playing, kind of?
I started when I was 14 years old.
14.
I picked up a guitar and started to learn how to play. Taught myself through YouTube. So,
What made you want to play guitar?
So I've been singing and playing, doing music before I could even talk, I was humming and trying to sing. And my grandparents were huge into music. My whole family is.
Oh, okay.
And my grandpa, when he passed away, all of his guitars were still laying around our house, so I just picked one up one day and learned how to play Three Little Birds by Bob Marley.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. You play guitar, you started playing when you were 14?
Mm-hmm.
And then you started singing, but you've been singing the whole time. But what are you talking about you started doing when you were a freshman? You just started playing out in bars and stuff?
So, playing music is something I knew I've always wanted to do. When I was younger, I was just like, that's what I thought I was going to do. Like, I can literally remember, like, sitting there watching Hannah Montana, being like, when's that going to happen to me? Like,
right.
when am I going to do that?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So, when I graduated, I knew, like, this is what I want to start working towards, and I can 100% put all my time towards playing music and stuff. So, I did. I got out. I got my first gig at a little place in Neglected called Bezlos, and met the same guys I play with now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you graduated high school?
Yes.
Okay. So, did you go to college at Auburn?
I did, yeah, for 2 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just decided...
Well, actually, I just finished up my second year, and now...
You're still in college?
Yes. So still in
I'm
college.
Gotcha.
But just finished up my second year, and then we're moving to Nashville and just gonna do some online stuff.
What are you in college for? What are you in school for?
Public relations.
Are you gonna like intertwine that with music somehow?
I pretty much do now.
Do you?
All this business is public relations besides the music aspect
I guess
of
that's
it.
true. Yeah.
Just promote yourself and
That's
show
a really
people
good
who you are.
idea. Let's talk about like some of your earlier influences. I know you mentioned Hannah Montana.
Well, no, that was not an influence. That was more of
I'm
like
joking,
a
but
TV show that I.
That was a lot of influence.
Yeah.
She was an influence for a lot of
I guess,
girls. I guess
But no, my mom's from Michigan and my dad's from a small town in South Alabama. So my influence are like everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's from like Hank Williams and Willie Nelson to Peter, Paul, and Mary, and to Stevie Nicks to.
I can hear some Stevie, influences in your voice for sure. I really dig your voice and your style and everything. Like, I came across you on Instagram actually, and you do. I don't. If you want to plug your Instagram handle.
Oh yeah,
now.
it's just Ella Langley Music, and that's the same for my Facebook page.
Check her out. She does. You do a lot of covers.
A lot of covers.
On there.
Try to at least once.
Yeah, it seems
once
like.
a week.
Is it once a week?
Every 2 weeks, once a week, whatever.
I know. I struggle with that. I don't know how much is too much and how much is not enough.
I think every week is great, but sometimes that is very hard.
It is hard,
Yeah.
man. Just to put one video a week out is very hard.
If you could see the amount of takes it takes to get that one like perfect video, it's
Right.
my
Yeah,
phone storage is ridiculous.
I know, but yeah, I noticed on there you do some like old school cover, like you did a Merle song.
Mhm.
I thought it was killer. What was it? Slipped my mind.
Silver Wings.
Silver Wings. Yes, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Growing up, like that kind of influence, it was spread from classical country to kind of classic rock.
Yeah,
you're saying.
100% like classic rock and then like Pearl Jam and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it's just literally everywhere, and that's what when I play like my set list, whenever I'm playing like a little acoustic thing, or even my set list all the time is just everything. I try to like
not that I try to please everyone in the crowd, but it seems to hit like every age range to everybody's, what they like to listen to.
Right.
So.
Demographic.
Yeah, demographic.
I have to use that word a lot now. Apparently, I don't know. Not really a businessman. I just kind of do this for fun, and then it turned into a business type
Something
deal.
pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It is very cool.
It is.
I've met a lot of cool people, and it's something that it can be time consuming, but it's just the cool factor outweighs the time consumingness. You know what I mean?
Well, it's something that you love to do. I mean,
right,
you have passion for it. If you have passion for something, it doesn't matter how much money you make at it, just as long as, you're doing something that you love to do.
So they say.
So they say,
I didn't buy a boat, though.
So
you
you're
know
sleeping
what I mean?
on someone's couch every single night, so.
Yeah. Like, hey, you got to play in your living room for $50, please.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Hey, I'm sure it's in my future. 100%.
Yeah. So do you have a band, or you kind of just you
I
do?
do have a band. Mm-hmm.
Who's all in your band?
My lead guitar player's name is Aaron Brooks, and my drummer's name is Adam Smith, and then my bass player's name, Brian Doss.
Where are they from? They're from Birminghamish?
No,
all over?
they're all over.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. How'd you hook up with those guys?
My first gig, the dude that I met in Eclectic, he was like, I want you to meet these two dudes, and it was my lead guitar player and my drummer, and we just, it was one of those connections where, like, you just play together and you're just like, oh, all right, well, this is what we're supposed to do.
Awesome.
And we've been playing together ever since. And then I recently just got connected with Brian Doss. I've known him for about a year now. We just started playing the past about 5 months. But it's one of those things, too, where all of us kind of gel so well.
So what's in store for the future? I think this should be out in maybe 3-ish weeks or so. So do you got any shows or anything coming up?
In 3-ish weeks, I'm sure I do, but not off the top of my head.
I know.
Just
it's so hard for me to
you can look at it on my Facebook page or my Instagram. I'm always posting stuff on there about that.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask you. So to stay up to date with your shows, that's probably the best place to check is Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, cool.
And always posting about my shows on there.
Well, right on. Well, I appreciate you coming in, and it was great meeting you. I'm a fan. You gained one fan tonight, if anything else. And if I had to guess, you're probably going to gain, a handful more at least. At least my mom. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you could do me a solid and hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell beside it, that would be awesome. And leave a comment if you liked it and tell us what you thought about it. See you next week, guys. Okay.
Did I say anything dumb?
That's what.